Hi everyone, today at Top Jeux I'm going to present you my top 10 of speed game, and if you know me, you know I'm not really a fan of speed game, but since the beginning I played around 45 games, and you have the list over here, and from those one I have chosen 10 games that really I do enjoy playing. Also, at the end, you're gonna find my non-top 3, so speed game that I really don't recommend. Obviously, it is my own opinion, but you can go see the video and check it by yourself. In the meantime, and before we start, there is 2 games that I didn't put on my top 10, but I found interesting, and you can go have a look. Maybe it's your type of speed game, but I wanted to point it out because they are such interesting game. First of all, it's Speedy Bee from Jeux, and what I really enjoyed about this game is the dice. They are really great the way they are shaped, and what you have to do is just you have to make a color combination, and then you go grab the color as fast as you can. But just playing with those dice really is really exciting. And the second game that I found really special is called Bermuda, and why I found it special is because the timer is your breath, so you have to hold your breath, and when you don't have any breath anymore, then this is when the game stops. So it's really fun to play like this. Obviously you cannot play all night long, but it's really nice to play like this. So depending with who you're playing, sometimes the time is longer or shorter, so choose your allies, because it's a cooperative game. So these 2 games are really interesting to try it at least. So let's start in 10th position. So in 10th position is Go Blitz. There is 3 Go Blitz now available. The first one, the 2.0 and the 5 to 12, I think. I really like this game because it's not only a speed game, you really have to deduct. So it's a deduction speed game. It's really original. When I played it the first time, it was the first time I played this kind of game, so you really have to eliminate which element is not on the card, and the cards looks really amazing. So it's a simple game, not so many components, but also very enjoyable. In 9th position, it's called Batavanga from Jeux. So it's a card game where it's a battle game where you have to find a word that starts with one of the letters that you turn, depending on the team card that you have turned. So let's say you have the letter M and the team city. So you're gonna have to find a city with the letter M inside. So it can be Rome or it can be any city like that. So it's really fun to try and play with words. So you have different theme, you have colors, and you have animals, and so it's really a fun way to play with words, and I really do love Batavanga. So in 8th position, it's Batavanga. It's a battle game from Jeux, and what I love about this game is the cards and what the graphic we have on those cards. It's really amazing. It's an African theme. The pattern on it are so great, and they look amazing, and that's what makes the game harder for those one who think that they are really fast, because the patterns are so close to each other that sometimes you think you have to tap and you can't. And that is the first game that I won against my daughter, so I really did enjoy this game. Graphic is amazing, really nice to play. Batavanga. In 7th position, I put Halagali. So there's 2. There's the adult or more older kids, and there's a junior. So the adult one, you have to find 5 fruit of the same type on the board before you tap. So this is also really nice to play. I do recommend playing Halagali with 3 players and more. At 2 players is not that fun, or I found that there's some sort of a problem with the quantity of cards that you have on the table. For the junior version, you have clowns. It's really nice to play with those clowns. They are fun, and yes, sometimes your finger collides and it hurt a little, but Halagali, it's really a nice game to play with the kids. In 6th position, it's Go Gelato. So we know similar game, like for example Dr. Eureka, However, I do prefer Go Gelato because we are making ice cream cones. The colors are amazing. It's really nice to play with those big ice cream balls. And I think this is what's nice about it, because these balls are going everywhere, falling from the table, going far from the table. And those ones who think that they are fast, it's not necessarily those one who's gonna win, because sometimes they're going too fast and then the balls go outside the table and they don't win. So I think this game is really great even for the younger, or to play with different ages, because you really still have to take your time and you have to think which one you have to put first and which one you have to put second. So I really like Go Gelato for our younger kids. Really nice game. In fifth position, Bataclov, another Jeux games. This game, I really like it because it's a game that you can play in the bath. And so yes, every child loves to splash around and run in the bath. And this game, it's a battle game in the bath. So it's really great. The cards are meant to go in the water. And what I like about this game is you don't have to play the original battle card game. You can use those cards and just put them in the bath and say, okay, let's try to find all the whale, or let's try to find all the yellowfish, or let's try to... So it's really a game where we can play in the bath and really have fun playing with those cards. In fourth position is Chameleon. I put it there because we played for so many years. We played for 4-5 years. This is a game that never gets old at my house anyway. I love the fact that the cards are really great, clear. I also use that game trying to teach my kids English, because you have all the colors there, you have few animals, and you have vegetable and fruits and things like this. So it's really a simple card game where you have to find the right combination that belongs to your card. So let's say your card is the animal is a mouse, and the back of the card is beige, and the number is 3. So you have to find, when you turn a card, those 3 combinations separately. So you need to find a 3, a mouse, and a beige background. But when you tap on the card, you have to remember. So it's also a memory game at the same time. So we had so much fun playing with this game. I really do recommend it. In third position, it's a game that I just discovered not long time ago. It's Alice and Planet Patak. So it's the same game. Alice, it's more for younger kids, because Planet Patak, they added more complexity to it. I really love those games because, okay, first of all, yes, it's a 2-player game, but it's a game where you go and you tap, and it's really a non-stop speed game. It's an association game, and it's really, really fun. It lasts, what, 5-6 minutes tops, and then it's done. I really, really like Planet Patak and Alice for that. The graphic on the cards are amazing. The idea, it's really great. So I really do recommend those 2 games. In second position, it's Match Madness. Maybe it's not a game that screams kids, but I really do like the components. So the blocks are really nice, the colors, the image on it, really, really great. And I love the fact that you have a easy level and a harder level. So if you want to play with older and younger kids at the same time, you can just assign a level to one of the kids. You have to turn, you have to look, and it's really, really a nice game. I think this game also is really appropriate for older people and for adults, for kids. This game is really for everybody. I really do enjoy playing with Match Madness. In first position, it's a game that I discovered last week. It's really great. It's called Les Rondins des Bois. So it's a dexterity and speed game. It's really an amazing game on all levels, and I think they found the solution to fix all speed game problems since the beginning of time, where you don't necessarily need to be the fastest to win and to advance. And so I really like the way they manage how you advance the token on the board, and how you cannot finish the fastest at the same time as somebody else. There's a strategy part in this game as well. So all of the components, all of the ideas behind this game are really, really great. So I really do recommend Les Rondins des Bois. So that complete my top 10, but don't go anywhere because I have my non-top 3 coming up. So I'm gonna talk to you about my non-top 3 because yes, there's a lot of games that I've played that I enjoyed. Some of them I really didn't like, and some I really didn't like, and these are the 3 that I wanted to talk to you about. There's no order, but I will tell you right now. So the first one is Paku Paku. Unfortunately, I was so sad about this game. I was really expecting to stack up some plates and bowls, but it's chaotic, everybody playing at the same time. Most of the time we're just picking up negative points, and it's really hard to count, and so I really didn't enjoy that game, unfortunately. The time that we stacked the plates, maybe twice in the game, so unfortunately it's a no-no for me. Then there is Sushi Dice. It didn't make it for me. My daughter, she really liked that game. However, she's a pro in speed games. But what I didn't like about this is, again, we're playing simultaneously, so everybody's throwing the dice at the same time. The dice are really, really small. We have 2 colors, so we have the yellowish dice and the white dice. And sometimes we do mix the dice, and it's really hard to go and find your own dice. You have to look what your opponent is doing, what you're doing, and it's not really enjoyable. The cards also, there's only 4 types of cards, so you're gonna have to get the blue, the yellow, the pink, and then the mixed card. So I was really expecting to have more different cards over there, and playing it differently maybe. So I really didn't enjoy Sushi Dice, unfortunately. And the last one that I really didn't enjoy is Pickle to Penguins. Unfortunately, this game was so chaotic that we had to stop playing. We really did try multiple times. We tried to fix this game, playing differently, and it really didn't work. The game has a front and back side. You're turning non-stop. Also, you have to make the right association, and because everybody's playing again at the same time, it's really hard to control what other people are doing as an association. So it turns out that my 2 kids, they really made crazy association that I couldn't even verify, and I couldn't play because I was trying to validate their association. So for me, it's really a no-no. However, this game contains 500 cards with 5 and more images, and so if you want to use those cards to do something else, I think it's a great idea to use those cards, but for the game as it is, I really don't recommend it, unfortunately. So that completes my top 10 and my non-top 3. So if you did like the video, don't forget to subscribe, give me thumbs up, and I see you next time. Bye bye.